What's up, everybody? It's so good to be here on this incredible inaugural edition of The Gospel of Your Mind. Now, if you're thinking that this is going to be some religious show or something like that, I'm sorry, folks. I'm probably going to offend, but I am not going there. What it's all about is when we think of the word gospel, what is it? It's the word. Now, isn't it true that your mind all the time is telling you a whole shitload of words? It's telling you a whole bunch of different stuff like, I wonder if I want to go out today, or wonder what she's doing next door, or what's he doing over there. Our mind is telling us all sorts of things, all sorts of stories, all sorts of amazing shit all the time. It's up to us to decide what the really good shit is and what the stuff is that's really not going to fill in. This show, it's going to be talking about that. We're going to be looking for the opportunities. We're going to be finding the amazing places where we can get out, kick ass, take names, take care, take control of that fucking gray matter that's up in our heads and go and make one hell of a difference. All right, so it seems like a little bit of a crazy time starting to think about launching this new show right when we're in the midst of all this shit, all this fucked up shit that's going on in the world. But here's the thing. If we can take control of that fucker right up there, if we can absolutely go all in and say, no, I'm going to tell you what the fuck's going on. I'm going to tell you what we've got to think when you take control of that, because it's your mind and it's all about the word you share. So what is the word you're sharing right now? What are most of you sharing? You know what? Fuck, I am hearing fear. Fear, 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 fear. I'm afraid for this. I'm afraid for that. I'm afraid for all the shit that's going on. Right? I'm not saying it's a bad thing right now, because yeah, it sucks. The world is kind of in a tough place right now, but I'm not going to allow this fucker to go into that place of fear. No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take control of it and look for all those opportunities. I've been doing some Facebook Lives lately with a couple amazing great guests, and I'm looking to do even more. What's kind of funny is Friday, I got all juiced up, I got all jacked up, and here I am, I'm going to launch it out there. So I got a bunch of tech, I got this going, I got that going. I launch it, we go live, and I totally fucked it up. And now, here's the thing. We talk about mindset and all that. What could I have done? I could have beat the shit out of myself. I could have said, man, this sucks. You suck. You're doing terrible. You're doing horrible. But instead, I saw it as the opportunity. You know what? So what? So what? So what? I don't get my live feed up there. I don't get to go live. But I get to take Mick, my co-host on the live show. I get to take and promote his shit out there. See, that's all it is. I told myself a different story. I took command of this thing that's going on up there. That's the number one thing that we've got to recognize right now in this world, right? We can be fearful. We can go lock ourselves away. Yeah, I'm practicing the social distancing. I get that. I'm not cozying up to everyone like that and getting right in your face. No, I'm taking the space. I'm making the space to be able to give that social distancing, but at the same time, I don't see it as, man, I can't do anything. I don't see it as, man, you know what, I just got to get into my little Ziploc bag and shut the fuck up and not share anything out there. No, now is the time to really get that out there to combat some of this garbage that's going on. These garbage fucking thoughts, because if we follow the news, if that's all we did is follow the news and had our death tracker up there, oh my God, fuck, he said death. Yeah, I did. But I'm not worried about it because I'm not focused in on all those negative shit things that are happening. What I'm focused in on is all the amazingness that gets to come. Fuck, look at this. Look at how fucking amazing it is out here. I could sit in the house. I could sit in the office and do squat. I could sit on my ass. I could maybe create some, I don't know, shit for Instagram or this or that or whatever it is. But I don't want to do that. I want to take full advantage of this beautiful world. There's no one around me. I'm not infecting anyone. I'm not infected myself, and I count myself lucky for that. See, there's that mind again. Finding the opportunities in the moment. I don't have the COVID, and oh my God, I'm so fucking thankful for it. It's all about our minds. We've got to control that sucker, and we got to get on it. Not to play into the fear. The fear, what's that going to do? Let me tell you, the fear is going to fuck with you. Fear is going to fuck with you and hold you back from living that life. Fear is going to get you in that mindset where you're not finding those ways where you can help out and you can make a difference. Right? For me, getting this out here, hey, maybe it's just a small thing, or maybe it's really a big thing, because I can get this out. Maybe I can make that impact in that one person's life to say, you know what, this is my time, this is my opportunity. Right? Many of you know that I'm a coach. I work with pretty amazing people out there. I work for one of the top coaching industries in the whole entire world. And one of the things that I'm seeing people do is they're getting caught up in that fear. And that's why I wanted to share this out there. That's why I wanted to take this opportunity today and get something out there that really counteracts what the big thing is in the world. Look, you can feel it. You can quite literally feel the difference in the world right now. But we're not going to succumb to that. We're not going to go to that place where we're getting sucked down, where we're getting sucked off by that real negative thing. Because it's not about that. We want to go find those great opportune moments. This is a fucking opportune moment. If you're in your house, if you're stuck there, and I'm not saying for the people that have to be quarantined, that have to stay at home, because hey, if you've got to be home for 14 days, do that. Stay home, right? Get better. Quarantine yourself for that 14 days, but afterwards get out, right? Temperature's not all that warm here. We're Celsius here. I'm filming this up in Canada right now. I think the temperature's 11, 12 degrees. But for me, this is fucking amazing. Why? Because I'm not stuck inside. I spend way too much time, too much stuff inside. And if that's all I did, I would get into that mentality, that mindset of stuck. I don't want to be stuck, and I don't want any of you to be stuck out there. All it takes is simple, small, little actions. That dog over there that's barking away, it's taking some actions too. It's outside. It's probably taking a shit. Who knows what it's doing? But nonetheless, it's outside, and it's having a little bit of fun. That's what you guys got to do. Right? Don't get stuck into this. Don't fall prey to that fear. Because when we do, it has a profound effect on our bodies as well. Right? We get into that fear mindset, it's going to bring all that stress onto us. It's actually going to fuck us up even worse, some cases worse than the coronavirus. Right? The biggest disease out there right now, I was listening to an amazing doctor, Dr. Pesek. I was listening to him today. He got on there and he talked about fear. Billions of people are falling ill to the fear that's happening. All that is just a mindset thing. We got to change that shit. We've got to go out and do something different that interrupts that pattern of where we are. Tony Robbins, I was watching him today. Thing came up on Success Resources. I was taking a little look at him. He was on with Dr. Oz. Right, so here he is, and what does he do? He gets on and he says two profound things that I work with clients on all the time. Number one, change your physiology. If you're sitting there all stressed out, all fucking, sitting at your desk and frustrated and all that, number one thing you can do is stand the fuck up. Go do something different. Don't sit there in that same position and expect yourself to feel that, empowered, excited, wonderful, joyous way. If you want to feel that way, you've got to get into the position that represents that feeling. Number two is your focus. My God, fear. Fear's all around us. Don't focus on fear. Focus on what you want. Focus on what it feels like after this shit is gone, after this shit is over. Because here's the thing, PSA, public service announcement, this thing isn't going to be here forever, right? This coronavirus, we're not going to be stuck with it forever. We are going to get beyond it. We are going to get past it. And when that time comes, open up. But what I'm saying is if you're healthy, if you're in that place, you don't have to wait to get out to somewhere like this. You don't have to wait to get outside. You can go ahead and do it right now. If there's something holding you back, ask yourself that question. What's stopping me? What's really stopping me? Is it some sort of bullshit story I'm telling myself? Right? Here I am, I'm in a big city, right? I'm in a big city, I can get out. If I'm out in the country, I can get out. No matter where I'm at, I can find some place somewhere where I can socially distance myself and I can be out there and enjoy this beautiful weather, the earth, everything. We're in spring right now. Things are springing up. I mean, beautiful blossoms all over the place. It's fucking amazing. Don't let some fear that has a hold on you prevent you from seeing all that beauty. Get out there. Go fucking enjoy it. Go make your life a part of the amazing spring that's happening. Consider this the spring of your life. Look, things are changing. We're in the process of seeing something new come to life right now. Many of us, we don't know what it is. But I'll tell you what, don't wait for it. Go find it. Go discover it. Go get out there and go live your fucking life. So the other thing that gets me jazzed up as well is looking at some of these businesses who are going and making an impact. Right? That's a big game changer, big mindset changer in itself. We can be those businesses that, oh, well, shit, this is happening. Restaurants, for example. I'm hearing about restaurants closing up. What that is that's a mindset that I can't do anything, that I'm a victim. I'm a victim of my circumstance. Fucking innovate. This is your call. This is your call to action to go change some shit up. It's not about doing things the same old, same old. Now is the time. If you're a restaurant, can you deliver? Can you find a way that changes it up? Can you do something whereby you don't even have to have contact with these people, that you can innovate your platform to have all your payments, have everything done online? What about families? Can you change some of your portion sizes? Can you up it so that instead of a 1-piece meal, it's a 2 or 3 or 4-piece meal that's going to serve a whole family, right? What else, what extra value can you bring? As I've been coaching these last 2 weeks, man, all I talk about is providing that massive fucking value, not getting sucked into it. I've got one gentleman there, amazing client of mine. He's in the auto industry, sells cars, right? And here he is, he's asking himself a question, man, how can I sell more cars? Right now, shit's not selling. I said, well, what if you asked yourself a different question? What if instead of saying, hey, how can I sell more cars? What if instead you asked the question of, hey, how can I make a bigger difference? How can I contact some of my clients, provide them ridiculous amounts of value, hone in on that, ridiculous amounts of value? How can I go provide those massive fucking chunks of value so that after this is all done, the clients are flocking to me. The clients are remembering who I was and the impact that I had during this tough time. Ask a different question, get a fucking different answer. That's really the key right here. Why am I excited? Why am I jazzed? Because it is about finding a different way. My client, he found a different way. By the time we got off the call, he was juiced, he was jacked. He couldn't wait to get off. Not that kind of get off. He couldn't wait to get off because he was ready to go do that action that he talked about. He was ready to go make that massive difference and make that massive impact for his clients because he now saw the way. It was a mindset shift, right? Yeah, I talked to him, right? I asked him to change that state, change that mindset, and definitely change what he was focusing on. Mindset matters most. Write that down, take note of that. Mindset matters most. It's the key. It's absolutely everything that you need to know to get through this time. You know, I've been saying a few things here in this episode about maybe it's a tough time, maybe it's a shitty time, and that's really a third part of the scenario. That's the third part of what puts this all together, because it doesn't have to be a shitty time. It can be a time of massive fucking opportunity. I am the opportunity guy. I'm the guy that's out there all the time, always talking about those opportunities. Now is the time. The opportunity is right now. Go do something different. Here's the thing. The world, it's moved on. The world has moved on from the way things were. Those of you out there in business who think you're going to go back to business the way it was, I'm sorry to tell you, you're going to be fucked. Stop that train of thought right now. Look for those opportunities to innovate, to change it. Is it finding more ways to get online, to become more virtual, to serve in a different way, to bring in a product servicing? I was reading The Hustle, you guys out there, if you see this, I love you guys, fucking amazing. I saw that Ford Motor Company, right? They stopped production, obviously production lines, but what they are doing right now is they're making ventilators, right? They're changing their production lines over to make face shields and ventilators. That, my friends, is called innovation, innovation, innovation. That is called doing something different to get a radically different result. Now is not the time to go hiding underneath your sofa or underneath your bed and just wishing and hoping that this shit goes away. No, now is the time to double down. Many of us, we've got extra time. We've got a lot of extra time on our hands right now. Don't waste it. Go do something with it, even if you're an employee. If you've always wanted to start that side hustle, man, think about this. You don't have that commute time anymore. You're not driving in. What can you do with that extra half hour, 2 hours, whatever it is a day? How can you become more productive in a place that's looking for so much help right now? Misha Collins, another guy that I follow. I'm a big fan of Supernatural. I love that show. But Misha shared something out the other day. He does the GISH, G-I-S-H. What he's doing is he's working with his people. He's working with all his followers and all his fans to make masks, reusable material type masks that go over so that we still have those masks. This is that amazing opportunity to go and do something radical. Go take a look and see what he's doing. He's making a massive difference, and so can you. We're not in a place, we're not in a time, we're not in a space where we have to go hide. It's quite the opposite. We're in a time, a space, a place, everything where we're being called to go make that difference. What are you going to do about it? What the fuck are you gonna do about it right now that makes that difference, that gets it out there? So about a week ago, I did a Facebook Live with Bailey Tobin, and she's making a massive freaking difference in what she's doing. Now, it might seem like a small little thing. She's up from Design Logic Interiors and Theory at Home up in Prince George, British Columbia. And what she's doing is really cool. She's taken a bunch of hand sanitizer that she's ordered up, put it on there, letting people know through her site, through calling people and all that, hey, we've got some, and guess what? She's not selling it. She's not taking a fucking penny for it. What she's doing is she's getting it out there for free. She's going and delivering it, nice little beautiful little bags and stuff like that. If you, if you're not familiar with who I'm talking about, take a look back, go over to my Facebook page, jump in there, take a look at the live that I did about a week and a half ago, and go take a look at what she's doing. She's making such a massive impact. It might seem like a small thing, but in that, if there's those families, if there's those people out there that don't have that stuff that they need, go help them. It's our duty. It's our duty as a human fucking species to get out there and go make that difference. You can do it. I can do it. We can all do it. This is what I'm talking about when I say the gospel of your mind. It's those words, it's that language that you're sharing with yourself up in that brain of yours. Do you let that gospel tell you all the shit that's going to hold you back, that's going to scare you, that's going to get you crying in your bed like a little baby? No. We're not going to succumb to that fear. We're going to take control of that motherfucker right up there, and we're going to tell ourselves that now is the time. The word that I'm telling you today is to go, is to find the place where you can make the impact. The word I'm telling you today is go make a fucking bigger difference. Go be that influencer, go be that impact. There has never been a better time. The only way to do it is to start. Start right now. This is it. Control those words. Be the fucking curator of the absolute best content that's going through your mind right now. This is the gospel of your mind, and let's make sure that that message, that divine message that's going through your mind, is the right message that you need to be hearing all the time. Not just in times of little bits, I'm talking all the time. Make it your new standard. Set yourself up for that radical success. So what happens when you change it? What happens when you take control of that? Do you get aligned? Do you feel better? Does the heavens open up and there's that moment? Only you can tell. Only you'll know when you take that action. When you take command of everything that's going on up there. When you align yourself with that greater purpose of your life. I know there's many of you out there that have always wanted to do something, always wanted to try something. What's stopping you? I'll tell you what, it's not this COVID thing. It's not any of that stuff right now. It's that word that's going through your mind. It's that story that you're telling yourself. Change your story, change your life. This is something I've always wanted to do, always wanted to share, and all I had to do was get off my ass and go and do it. Stop fucking around. Stop wasting time. Stop telling yourself that you can't. Get in line with such a better story that gets you doing everything that you need to do. I share this with love. You guys know I'm a great big love bug anyways. It's kind of funny there on my Apple profile. My wife, who's doing the beautiful filming, honey, I love you, who's doing the filming here right now, she put on a little love bug as my emoji on my Apple ID and all that sort of thing. I love you all. The message, it's strong. I get it. And some of us need that fucking wake-up call. Some of us need to say, look, enough's enough. Enough of the sadness, enough of the wrong story. Some of us just need to get the fuck up, get the fuck out there, and go make it happen. The strategy session, we had it here today. We discussed it, we talked about it, we talked about amazing things that you can do. Amazing actions that you can do simply just by getting up, by getting out there. Get aligned with yourself. Get in line with what it is that you really give a fuck about and take some actions towards it. You've got the time, you've got the space, and most of all, you've got me to kick you in the ass to get it out there. I want to know what everyone's doing. I want to see what everyone's doing, so I want to hear back from you. What massive fucking action did you do? What actions did you take? What did you do to go make that bigger impact? Most importantly, what did you do to take control of that gospel of what's going through your mind?